Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors, and today I want to talk about MGB oil leak. So anyone who's got MGB will certainly want to pay attention. Actually, I was going to call it real problems, real solutions, because I'm working on a car today and this is what we're doing, so this is what the video is. Anyway, the customer complaint is that he smells oil, oil burning. So is it coming out the tailpipe or is it dripping down on the exhaust or something? Well, I took it around the block to find out, and when it came back I wiped the exhaust with some paper towel to see if the soot in the tailpipe was greasy. It wasn't. It was pretty powdery. So we're pretty sure it's not blowing out any oil. If it was, I would have seen some oil smoking out the tailpipe, probably. So I came in and parked it, and I parked it right here, as a matter of fact, so you can see the oil slick. Now most oil slicks don't look like that, but I've already run the wheels of my toolbox over it once, so it's kind of squished it out. But it was leaking. So the question is, where's it leaking from? Now Danny can come around and we'll take a look at our engine here. And remember that if you're losing oil, you're either burning it or leaking it. If you're burning it and you're burning a quart of tank full, you may not see it. It may be going out with the oil control rings. And even though it seems like you're burning a lot of oil, you're really not. If, on the other hand, it smokes dramatically on deceleration or when you're idling, then you've got a problem with a PCV system or with the valve guides. Anyway, let's look at the engine. If we have oil leaks, it might be that the valve cover is leaking around the bottom. We've already cleaned this engine off prior to me driving it to look for the oil leaks. That's not the problem. It might be that this hose here, the oil pressure hose here, is leaking someplace, but I looked underneath it, it's not. It might be that the oil filter housing, where it goes up against the block, is leaking. That's very, very common. It wasn't the problem here, but that's a real common place to have it leak. That's a 1/2 by 13 coarse thread bolt, only bolt of that thread size in the entire car. Tighten it up with a 3/4 inch wrench underneath there. We always do that during a complete lubrication. It isn't a bad idea to do on your car tonight. Over on the other side we have, let me come around here. On the other side we've got the side covers on the side of the engine, the rear side cover and the front side cover. Look at this. Look at this guy move up and down. So that's where our oil is leaking from. Now, if you order a gasket for this front side cover, make sure that when you get it, it's a thin quart gasket, only about that thick. The rubber ones, the big thick rubber ones, are too thick. The rubber, they'll squish out, they don't work. The big thick cork ones don't work. Order one for an MGA. Now you might look at the bottom of the engine, you might say, oh boy, it's leaking off my drain plug. No, it's not. It's leaking up above and is drooling down to the drain plug where it's coming out. You might say, oh, it's my sump gasket is leaking. It's not your sump, no sump gaskets leak. Okay? So it's always the oil coming down the side of the engine and dangling on the drain plug. So hope that helps out. The oil cooler can leak, but you can see if that's leaking. But when it's leaking around in the engine, it's the valve cover, it's the oil filter, or it's the side cover, in this case the side cover. Now there's one last possibility, and that is if the engine itself is pressurized. If the evaporative loss control system is, I can't pull this off, I wish I could, but I can't, it's too tight. You want to be able to blow through this. If you take this off here and blow into it, you should hear it hiss back out of here. If the evaporative loss control system, the ELC system, is plugged up, then the inside of the engine will pressurize. And if it pressurizes, it's going to blow oil out of everywhere and it's going to smoke. And that's a real common problem too. I hope I've helped you out today. Please send us some more ideas. We already have a great big list of them, and when we come upon them in the shop, like changing gators or tie rod ends or so forth, we'll go ahead and show those. But please keep writing, and thanks very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow.